The water was completely still, but in that silence, something was screaming. This boat wasn't empty. My name is Daniel Harper, and I've served as a search and rescue officer with the U.S. Coast Guard for almost a decade. I've witnessed the ocean in every form: calm, violent, unpredictable. But the case that still keeps me awake at night started on a cold spring morning. A family, the Martins, hadn't returned from their weekend outing. Their route was safe, the weather calm, everything routine. But when we found their boat the next morning, nothing felt routine at all. The boat drifted slowly on the water, completely intact. No crash marks, no broken rails, not even a scuff on the deck. But the silence was wrong. Empty boats always make noise: little creaks, small taps, shifting sounds. But this one was smothered in stillness, like something was holding its breath inside it. I climbed aboard first. Everything was there: life jackets neatly stored, sealed food supplies untouched, their phones sitting exactly where they'd last used them. A packed clothing bag lay on the bench as if someone had placed it there just minutes earlier. But the family wasn't there. No footprints, no struggle, no trace. Just absence. Then I saw the small music box sitting in the cup holder. The moment I touched it, it started playing on its own. The tune was toy-like, familiar in a childlike way, but warped slightly off-key, unsettling, as if it was trying to mimic a melody it didn't fully understand. The hair on my arms lifted. No one had wound it. So why was it playing? We searched every part of the boat. Inside the cabin, we found a journal, probably Mrs. Martin's. On the last page she had written only 2 sentences. "We feel like something is watching us from under the water." The kids heard it too. And then, the sound only comes at night. Like someone is walking under the boat. A cold knot formed in my throat as I read those words. Right then, a hard thump hit from beneath the cabin floor. I jerked back. The sound came again, louder this time. Not like something drifting under the hull, but like something striking upward from inside the dark water below. I grabbed my flashlight and moved to the lower hatch. I aimed the beam into the opening. Only water greeted me, deep, still, unnaturally black. As I stood there, the boat suddenly lurched sideways, violently enough for me to grab the railing to stay upright. Something had shoved it. From underneath, before I could call to my team, the music box on the deck began playing again, fast, frantic, broken, as if something was forcing the melody out of it. I snatched it up, tried to shut it off, but it wouldn't stop. I threw it overboard, and the instant it hit the water, the sound cut out. But right after that unnatural silence, something exhaled beneath the boat. A long, heavy breath. Something large. Something close. We never found a single trace of the Martin family. The nation followed the investigations, but nothing surfaced literally or figuratively. The case files were eventually closed, and the boat was sent to police storage. 2 weeks later, while reviewing old logs at night, a file landed on my desk, an emergency call made by the Martins 30 minutes before they vanished. The audio was broken, but the words were unmistakable. "We think something is under our boat." We keep hearing it, like something is trying to get inside. Then came the children's screams. We had shrugged it off initially: poor reception, distorted water noise. But when I listened through studio-grade headphones, the truth hit me like a punch to the throat. Amid the chaos, a third voice whispered low, muffled, wet, breathing heavily between each word. "Open the door. Let us in." The boat had no door. And the breathing God, that breathing was the same heavy, underwater gasp I had heard beneath the boat that morning. I played the audio again. Then again. Each time, the whisper grew clearer, louder, more deliberate. "Let us in." Those weren't human lungs making that sound. And the Martins didn't fall into the ocean. They didn't get lost in some storm. Something didn't pull them down. Something climbed up. The boat wasn't empty when we found it. The silence wasn't the absence of people, it was the presence of something else. Something that had already taken their place. Even now, when I stand near the shoreline at night and stare into the dark water, I feel it. Something down there staring back at me, breathing that same slow, heavy breath I heard under the Martin's boat. If you want me to uncover more about this case, the audio files, the reports, and the other missing boats, hit like, subscribe, and stay with Hauntra TV. Here, every story brings a new shadow to the surface.